here's Arlenis. Hey!
¿Cómo estás?
Hola. I'm good. How are you?
I am so good. I'm so happy to be here with
I
you.
know, right? I'm so
I
happy
miss
too.
you. I miss you. Oh my God,
Yeah,
how's
me
it
too.
going? You look
Great.
you look gorgeous.
Thank you. I feel tired. I don't feel gorgeous right now,
You
but
know, you
thank
do look
you.
gorgeous. You
You
do look
too.
gorgeous.
I
Thank
have
you.
my
What?
hair slicked back, so
Same, same. Only for you. Ready, ready, ready for you. How's it
ready.
going? Where are you right now? Tell
I'm
us
in
where you are.
Paris. As
Oh,
far as I know, you're
amazing.
in New York, right?
I am in New York,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm in Paris. I've been working because in Europe things are kind of moving on now. So we are like a few jobs are coming up. So I've been working for like a couple of days already.
Oh,
So
that's really good. That's
yeah,
great news. That's
everything's
great
going like
news.
back to normal. So that's really good mentally as well.
Yes, yes,
By the way,
yes,
I
yes.
hope everyone is okay from the other
Sending
side.
much love to everybody. And remember that Blesnya also speaks Spanish. So here we're
Yeah,
gonna have a
so
whole
we're gonna switch sometimes if
Yes,
we find
yes.
it hard to speak in English because my English isn't the best. So
Let
if
me
you guys
tell
want to
you.
help as well, that's gonna be great. Brasil também fala português.
Yes, 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 exactly. So,
Okay, guys, so basically we are here to talk about our personal experiences as models, right? And
yes.
also to change like some experiences our talk about our cultures because I feel like we have like a kind of like a lot of similarity on cultures,
And the way we
personalities as
started,
well.
yes, and the
Yeah,
way
the
we
way we
started.
started, like
The,
it's very similar. So maybe if you want to go ahead and tell us
oh,
how you
oh.
started.
Well, I'm gonna send so many kisses, muchos besos a mi gente de República Dominicana que veo ahí a José Lofranjul, una persona que quiero muchísimo. It's someone that I love so much. Had the opportunity to work before modeling in internationally. I was able to work with him in Dominican Republic editorials and shows, and he was one of the persons that helped me train before, that helped me with the training before. So big kisses, Iman, my love, I love you. I'm so happy you're tuning in with us.
Hi, mom. Big kisses. We hope you're okay.
Hi. Oh my God, Lenny's everybody. Okay. So I was discovering the Dominican recast. A lot of you guys that are watching know Walking in the Street by Luis Minher, a fashion designer, now a scout in the Dominican Republic, who I'm so thankful for. Muchas gracias, mi amor. Yes, Ivan.
Thanks,
And
Iman.
and honestly, modeling it has been an incredible journey, and also to have a journey with the people that you're also working with the society.
Yeah,
Those are the people that have helped us and brought us into it, have made this dream possible.
yeah,
Um, so this girl comes from this small village with a dream of becoming maybe a lawyer or a doctor, and my ways were put into being a model.
yeah.
And I was discovering the street, as easy as that sounds, and I just put my intentions, and I was able to come into terms, and I was like, you know what, modeling, maybe that sounds good, and maybe I get to speak another language and know so many different cultures. How were you discovered actually before
Well,
I even go into, because I can speak a lot.
yeah. Same. I think that's why they chose us. Like honestly, like I wasn't. My story is not like that. They didn't actually find me. I actually
Found it.
looked for an agency. Like basically one day I was just watching TV and I saw this advertising that said if you want to be a model, just send us your pictures and videos to this email. And then the next day I went to school and asked my friend to take pictures of me and I sent it to this agency that's like one of the biggest agencies in Angola. And so 2 weeks later they called me and they kind of gave us like for me and 10 other models like information. They like taught us how to walk, how to how to change expressions for pictures and everything. And I started doing a few work jobs there in Angola, and then later I signed with Elite Paris and they wanted me to come to Paris and do my first season. It was like, I mean, as you said, it's like such a great experience. And every time I think about, like, I feel like it probably happens to you as well. You also think about where you came from and where you are at right now, just like that. It's like crazy, isn't it? I was like,
Completely.
I just can't believe it sometimes, and I'm so grateful. I know sometimes we like complain, which is normal, like, but
We're
I
human beings, you know, we're human
exactly,
beings.
exactly. Sometimes you're just gonna fall on this temptation of like, oh, this is so tiring. Oh, this is that. But at the same time, we are so like I don't imagine my life and not in like another way. I don't think I would be able to do the things I do right now with the age I have. Like if it weren't for the modeling industry, So I'm
No,
really
definitely.
grateful, and we have like really great agents. And I mean, at work, you might sometimes find people that don't have the best energy. Some people have bad days, but I don't think, like, I still think the majority of people here are so fun. They're so welcoming.
Completely.
It's
They're
like, it's such a
completely,
great
completely. And for
experience.
girls that are coming from these different places, you know, and we don't speak the language, we receive with so much love and people are always so open. Are you there? Hola.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
one thing I think Angola and Dominican Republic are so similar at. Also, my boyfriend, he lived in Angola for like a couple of years and he lived in Dominican Republic as well. And he says the same exact thing. And I know a lot of Dominican girls, and I said like the behavior is so similar. We are so naturally
completely,
happy. We like
completely. That's
basically we
what we're
value the,
taught.
yeah, we
That's what
value
we're
like
taught.
the little things. I feel like if you are in a Dominican or Angolan street and you put like a music really loud, everybody's just gonna stop to dance,
Of
'cause
course, it's the warmth. It's the
they just
warmth that we bring.
exactly they just like these little things, and it's so fun because you basically don't find it in big cities, which we frequently go to. I mean, I kind of understand the rhythm is like that, the system is like that, but it's really something to be grateful and proud of, right? It's
Completely,
I
completely. And
know.
you know what? If the opportunity was given to you, why not to grab it? If you have that
Exactly.
opportunity, it's either you want to be or not. Like for you, in your case, you were able to find it, you know, to look for it, you know,
Yeah.
and to some of us, it just finds us. And
Yeah.
if we want to take that opportunity, then we take it, you know, which we
Yeah.
have done that, which
I'm
is
really,
so beautiful. And
yeah.
honestly, I'm so grateful to be sharing the story here with you because it resonates a lot. We
Yeah.
have that, you know, that we have that in common. And I remember a lot of people asking us, like, how did it happen? How, you know, it just happened. It just happened, and we were able to grab it. And there is nothing better than to be grateful.
I
You know,
know.
that's
It's
that's
such a
that's
great
something that I'm
feeling.
so
It's such a great feeling. And I feel like when you are grateful, you don't waste your time looking at your unfortunes. Is that how you say it? Like the bad,
fortunas, no?
no, the bad things that happen to you, you don't really pay attention to them. You're so
These
grateful
are
that,
lessons, you know. I don't believe on
yeah,
mistakes. I don't believe in the things of like, I know you can, these are the things that make you go for more, you know, to keep going. Bad things, yeah, we have to learn from them because that's what it makes us grow,
yeah,
you know. And that comes into not just our industry, but for all of us, you
misfortune.
know. And
Someone just corrected me.
misfortune.
Someone just corrected me. Thank you. Okay, so tell me about your first job. How was
Oh my
it? What
God.
was it for?
It was incredible. So I arrived in New York City in 2008, and
Uh-huh.
I have, I spoke
Oh
no
my God,
English.
2008.
And imagine you and I have been able to work with similar photographers and some of the same photographers like
Yeah,
Steven myself. So
yeah.
my first shoot ever was for Italian Vogue for the Black issue, which was incredible with Steven
First shoot
myself.
ever with
Pat McGrath.
Italian Vogue.
Yes,
That's
yes,
amazing.
yes. And imagine like this little girl that comes from this small town and doesn't speak English, and she has the opportunity to stand and be next to Steven myself. And not just, of course, is an incredible photographer, and I'm forever grateful that he gave me that opportunity, but
Yeah,
also the amount of models like Jordan Dune, Iman, Cecily Lopez, Naomi Campbell, and to be, on
yeah.
that, it was incredible. I remember Steven saying to me, "I know you don't speak English, but I'm gonna try to explain."
That's so fun. I was
And
just,
you've shot with him, so you know how that feels.
yeah. I mean, it's funny that you're talking about it because when I first started, I couldn't really speak English that much. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm so like,
You are
um,
amazing, by the way. Your English is even. I met you 2 years ago. Remember,
yeah,
we were doing
yeah.
Women's
We were
March
only
together.
speaking Spanish.
Right. I mean, as soon as you hear the Spanish, you just want to speak Spanish,
Yeah,
because that's
exactly.
the
Because
natural.
it's so funny. When I first started, my English was like, I basically trained myself for the things I thought I was gonna be asked, like the most common things, like how are you, how old are you, where are you from. But then I couldn't have an actual conversation with someone, you know. So
Right.
basically, what I used to do is that I would answer yes or not to basically everything or almost everything, and it was so
Or
embarrassing sometimes because I would give to the wrong answer to the
But you
like
know what
wrong
spoke
question, you know.
bigger? You know what spoke bigger to the people was your smile. Like
Yeah,
how bright you were. It didn't matter if you didn't have the right wording. It didn't matter if you had the right conversation, but the way
yeah.
you accepted it and they understood that. And that actually was my case. I remember doing my first Polaroids with Quack, which,
Oh yeah,
that's that's 12 years ago. And I remember Quack saying to me, chin down, when they're doing the whole like
yeah.
photos, chin down, and I kept just going like this. And he's like, chin down, up, and then I kept going like up, down. I don't know what you're saying.
It's
So
so funny because sometimes, like, I feel like some clients just assume you speak English,
hola
and like,
Manuela.
and then sometimes they don't really they think you're just supposed to understand, and
Thank
it
you.
creates such embarrassing moments sometimes. Like at the beginning, now I'm like, now I can understand and I can have a conversation. Still not the perfect English, but you know.
It's a learning process. It's a learning process, and because you didn't speak then, or now it's completely better because you have a long time working as a model. But
Yeah,
at this,
that helps. My English has gotten so much better.
I know.
So, tell us, what do you, I don't know, expect for the next few months or the next year? Because we know it's a very strange time right now. We don't know exactly what's gonna happen.
We have to be
We have,
patient. We
yeah,
have to be patient and work and unified. We have to stay together. Of course, hopeful. I'm going to stay hopeful for change. There's so much going on, but hoping for a vaccine, for this pandemic to finally, for our doctors and those people that have been fighting, for this pandemic to be over, to find a cure. And I'm sending my love, and and I'm hoping for that to change. And
yeah,
I hope for 2021 we can move forward. And one thing that we have to know is, it's staying together, and with love.
yeah.
That's
That's,
like so important. Right now there is so much going on, there is a lot of things going on, but I think staying
yeah,
hopeful
a
and
lot.
patient and understanding of the process, because sometimes we complain, oh, this and that, like there is so many people that have lost your job, there's so many people that have
Exactly.
lost their families.
Family.
Exactly. So hoping that they can find a cure,
And let's
and
not
that.
even talk about people that don't even have a place to be, you know. It's just
Exactly. And
I,
I'm so
this is the
grateful we
moment to
have a
start.
roof under our
Yes.
head, we have our meals, we have our families are safe and healthy. So I'm hoping for everybody to stay safe, to be healthy, to wear their mask, because we
Yeah.
all have to put that together. Most of the time, you're like, you're not wearing your mask, you're going to places, but you have to. We have to help each other. That's the
Like,
only way that we're going to see change.
yeah, that's something crazy I'm seeing here in Paris, because in Spain, like everybody's wearing masks, but here in Paris, I'm not really seeing that, and I'm like, I feel like people think they just went back to normal. It,
Yeah, yeah.
but I'm curious about something. Is there like
What?
a big dream you would like to achieve and still want to achieve in the modeling industry, or you've
I mean,
already,
you know, you're making all the questions. You
I
know
mean,
what?
you can question me anything
No,
as well. You
definitely there
can.
is so many things that, that I thankfully have been able to achieve and work with so many people, and I am grateful for that, and for sure there is some much more that's to come. There is few things that I'm working on. I'm
Yeah.
working on my own diction.
Oh,
Maybe you'll see me in TV soon. We'll see what happens.
oh
I might
my
take
God. You got
acting
to
class.
tell me about that more.
You tell me what is there that you want in our industry that
Uh,
you think you haven't achieved? Is there something?
I mean, when I first started, I started achieving things I didn't think I would achieve like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But and I'm really grateful for it. I'm really grateful basically for everything. But you always want a little more.
More and more and more.
I mean, I am really happy with my career. I'm very cheerful about everything that I get, every new job, every new shooting, anything. But one thing that I always say I would love to have is like either a beauty contract, I mean, or yeah, I mean,
Yes.
I feel like this is the dream of every single model, isn't it? Like I haven't seen a model that like this every single model, when you ask her what you want, I feel like all of them answer almost the same thing, which is a beauty
And
contract.
completely. And I
I
have
think
to
it's
tell
like
you, I don't know if you know, I had the opportunity in one of the most beautiful journeys as being the ambassador of Lancome for
really.
7 years. Yes, I
Oh
was
my God.
in the industry for 3 months, and I met the Lancome team at the Met Gala, which I was invited by Mrs. Winter, Anna Winter, and I was a companion with Oscar de la Renta, who was an incredible
This
supporter of
is
my
crazy.
career. And I spoke no English. I mean, it's like there is not something that you can achieve, like
Yeah.
there is nothing possible. You can have that. You can work towards that, and you'll have it.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I mean, I like this is so crazy. You were 3 months in the industry and you already got a beauty contract. That's like
It
for
was
7 years.
blown
Like,
away, blown away. It was incredible. It was
I mean,
I
I
I
can
had the
imagine.
Imagine I had the opportunity to go to Paris and work with an incredible team. These people welcomed me. I remember having the meeting with the Lancome team, and I spoke no English. And once we were at the table where they were considering me to be the face, they were like, "We know you don't speak English, but we're gonna try, and we really love you. We love your energy. We love your smile." Meanwhile, they started calling me Sunshine, models.com. Thank you so much,
No,
because
that's
you guys
actually the
have been
meaning of
one
my
of the
name.
best. Huh?
Like sunshine is actually the meaning of my name, Blesnya. It means
Right?
sun. So I was like,
See,
it's
we
actually
are we were
funny you
taken
said
care by the sun.
that.
No, completely. And
I mean, that's amazing.
I no, it was amazing. It was an incredible opportunity to be with them for 7 years.
Yeah,
Imagine, I was a child. I was 19 years old. At the time, I didn't know what it meant, but now, I mean, completely everything. I was able
yeah.
to do so much to, you know, help my family. It was
I can
overwhelming,
imagine.
so
It's
overwhelming, but it was incredible. So
you
I'm
say
hoping for you to get one of these contract
I mean,
campaign?
if I don't get one, it's okay because I'm happy with my career in the
Ah,
news.
no,
But it's like
completely. But those are
it's still
goals, you
my
know?
biggest, one thing I want to accomplish. But it's funny you said at the beginning you didn't know what that meant, and it just reminded me when I shot my first campaign. It was for Valentino, and
Oh,
it
see, I
was like,
haven't worked with Valentino, so
yeah. I
I
mean,
haven't.
it's like it's a very
How did that feel like?
it's really great. I mean, I didn't expect it because it was my first season, and it was my first time in Paris, and I didn't go to the other cities, so I wouldn't really expect that. But well, it happened, and when it did, I mean, I knew it was a big brand. Um, and then I was talking, I think, with my really broken English, trying so hard, and I was talking for so long with David Sims without knowing he was David Sims.
Oh
I
my
just
God, that's so amazing.
I just knew I was gonna shot with David Sims, but I didn't know I was talking to him that whole time, like trying hard, like 'cause as I told you, my
Right, you
English
wanted
was
to make
really
sure,
bad.
yeah.
Yeah, and then
Because it's a
when he
collaboration. You
finally,
want to be able to understand, everything that they're
yeah,
telling you to do.
and like at some point he said, he asked me what my name was, and I was like Blesnya, and then I said, "What's yours?" And he was like, and he goes, "David." And I was like,
Excuse me?
David, David what? And then he goes, David Sims. I was like, are you the photographer? And then the other girl that was with us like started laughing because she was like, you are here talking to him all this time, and then you don't even know it's the photographer. Like, it was so funny. I never forget this moment because, like, I feel like you never forget the first moments, the first jobs, because it's everything. It's so new. It's such an impact that, like, you just don't forget it.
Completely. So tell me, what have you been doing throughout the quarantine? What have been keeping
Um,
you motivated?
I have, I think,
We've been talking, but
yes, exactly.
people
So,
might want to know.
I have some other plans. I have some projects. I'm not sure if I can talk about it right here.
That's
Like,
okay.
personal,
But we
like,
know something exciting is coming.
yeah, I mean, it's an investment. It's a personal investment, obviously. And it's good because during this quarantine, I wasn't just like not doing anything. I was working on this project as well. So it's like I
So
had
good.
something to think about, even though in the first 3 months I spent it alone in a city where I don't actually live. I just got stuck there. It was like challenging and everything, but I was still working. And so I was like alone, but with something to distract myself. And I just kept talking to my family as often as I could, and yeah, all of that kept me
That keeps
going.
you sane,
Yeah,
that keeps you
yeah,
sane.
exactly. Because they are the ones that I was more worried about, not actually me, because I was like, I mean, I'm in Spain. If something happens, at least I go to a good hospital and everything. But in
Right.
Angola, you don't really have that. So I was like, I was really worried, but luckily it didn't hit as bad as it did in Europe and America. So that's actually something really good, and that made me feel much, much better. And so now I came back to work. So for me, I'm like, I'm doing well. I'm doing just
That's
fine.
good.
Yeah.
That is so
So
good. That
how
is so
about
good.
you?
So it's funny because I didn't, so some of my friends actually had the virus and I was with them.
Oh my God.
I thankfully, I didn't get the virus. I did all the testing
Yeah, I
and
did 2 days ago.
the antibodies and as well as the virus were negative, which I'm so happy and grateful. But one of the decisions making of me not going to my country and be with my family, which I miss so much, and I haven't seen them in about 7 months now because
Oh my
I
God.
have this very tight relationship with my family, but also with my country. I love my country. That's like my escape.
Same.
The first thing I want to do is go home, you
I
know?
can imagine. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
an island with
So being
beautiful beaches.
away from them, it was tough, definitely. But thankfully, to social media and the technology that we now have, we being able to stay in touch, you know, speak every day with my mom. I actually have become closer to a lot of people. You know, there is
Yeah,
so many negative things that happen. We have been inside for our well-being, you know, for others, for everyone else's well-being. So anyways, I decided not to go home, and I stayed here because I didn't want to bring this virus home. You know,
same. I did the
I
same
can't
because
be
of my grandma.
selfish. We have to, you know, we have to act and be sympathetic of others, you know, mostly when we're talking about health. And I stayed here, and girl, I was cooking. I mean, I was making my, you know, my chivo guisado, you know,
Yeah.
I was
You're
learning.
just like me. I cook as well. Like when I'm at home, I used to cook a lot. That's one thing I didn't say. During quarantine, I tried all kind of recipes because I was just so like I was so tired of just being there
Ordering
inside in a
food and
tiny apartment, and like cooking is something that I like. So
plantains, yes.
yeah, it was something. It was like
Some people are saying plátanos, plantains.
ah, plátanos. Yo amo plátanos.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
God.
I tried all kind of recipes. Like some went wrong. I'm not gonna lie. Like almost
No,
burned the
completely, because
kitchen.
you're not a chef, you know, it's a
Yeah,
learning process. It's a learning
but
process.
yeah, most of them were good. Yeah, and
That's
then
great. That's so good. And
yeah,
honestly, I actually created this group where I put myself onto a goal that I needed to learn how to do. Okay, yes, Jamison, delicious. My friend is like, platanos, best ever. I
I
had the
mean, I
opportunity
love plátanos.
to cook for my friends over here, and I make them all of these Dominican dishes. I make them oxtail, shrimp, rice and beans. I make them plátanos, maduros, a little bit of everything. And I learned how to make this banana pudding that I'm obsessed with. That there is
Yeah,
this bakery that make them, and I learned how to make it, and it's actually better than theirs. I'm not buying it anymore. I'm making it.
that's actually, you know, now that you were talking about plátanos, it just came to my mind that, you know, the cooking in Caribbean countries and with my country, even like Brazil, I feel like Latin countries are very, very similar. Like sometimes you might like elaborate the plates in a different ways, but the ingredients are almost the same, like or even the same ones. You just
Yeah, the
cooking in
seasoning.
yeah,
Yes, we have
plátano
that like
yuca,
spiciness.
you know that
Like,
kind, you know, do you know vinagrete in Brazil
mm,
they call vinagrete, but vinagrete in Portuguese.
vinag
Yeah, but it's like, you know, in Dominican Republic you do something similar, but I feel like you call it a different name. It's like kind of like salad, but you know, you do it in really small dices with onion, and then
onions.
you put tomato, and then you
Vinagreta,
put
vinagreta.
the yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
In
yes,
Portuguese,
yes, yes,
it's
yes.
like a lot of things are so similar. Sometimes you might like do it in different ways, but it's so crazy to think about how far we are from each other, but at the same time it's like similarity in the food culture, the behavior, even like sometimes even music, right? The beat of like reggaeton, for example, it's like it's very
Completely.
similar.
It's that's how we are. We bring
And the
that
way we
energy.
love
That
music, the way we
exactly,
love music
exactly. It
and
makes us
dancing.
every movement. I mean, we don't need music to dance,
Yeah,
to be
exactly.
together, and we make a party and a day. We just, that's
Yeah,
how we are. You
we
know,
just
it's Latin
we just
America.
enjoy life. We basically just enjoy
Exactly.
the little things. I feel like if someone here hearing this have traveled to the last like around less favorite how do you say it, like countries that
Dime.
are considered poor, they might have noticed that a lot of these countries they value the like the little things like family, spending time with
Completely.
family,
That's
friends.
happiness.
Like
That's
they don't
happiness.
care about the future. Like if you notice in these big cities, they all worried about getting
More.
more money, that they forget to live, you know, they
Right,
forget to
right. To
be with
live
their
in the
family.
present. To live
Yeah,
in the
it's
present.
like they feel it's like it's like they have believed that the happiness is a destiny. They don't realize it's actually the whole journey. You have to
And
actually,
also, happiness is a choice,
yeah, exactly.
it's
And
a
like, you
choice.
can't just wait to have this much in order to like finally be happy. That you never know what's gonna happen tomorrow
You
or
have
even
it
in
right
one
on your
minute.
hands. You have it right on your hands. And then
Exactly.
we always looking for the next. And it's like, you know what,
Yeah.
sit down. And those were one of the things that I was telling myself during the quarantine. I didn't have the opportunity to be home as much because I was traveling all the time, working, always travel here and then. And I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just take it all in. I'm gonna sit on my couch and I'm gonna enjoy my couch because I haven't done that in so long.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful. I literally found myself hugging that column that you said, did you see back there? And I was like, you
Yeah.
know what? I love you. I love you home. I would come and speak to my flowers, and I will speak to my house and be like, thank
Manda
you.
beijo pro Brasil.
I-
Beijo, Brasil.
I'm grateful. I'm
Yeah,
so grateful.
I'm really grateful we got to experience both parts because we can have a balance. I feel like when you only know one reality, it's really hard for you to realize what you've been doing and what you should change. But
Right.
when you come from like a different reality and then you experience another reality, you start seeing like on one part what's good and what's failing, and on the other part the same, and you kind of want to find a balance between the two, because I'm
Of
not going to say
course.
everything in our countries is good and everything in the other countries like in Europe or America is bad, but
Yeah,
there's
completely.
always something good and bad in both. And when you get the opportunity
And you
and
take the best from it, you
exactly, and
know?
when you're so lucky to experience both, it's so good because you can always take the best from each.
Completely, completely. You come, and this is why I was saying, it's about growing,
Yeah.
and learning and taking the opportunity to accept each one of those emotionals, or each one of those moments,
Yeah.
like a lot in
And we
different
grow a
ways of
lot.
growth.
We grow
Exactly,
so much. I
exactly.
mean, I always say I've grown much more during these like almost 4 years of my career, traveling around the world, meeting like different people, different culture, than like my whole life in Angola. I always say that because I have noticed that like the impact, the way I just grow, it's just crazy. And like
And
I
you
don't know.
always wanted more, you didn't want to
Exactly.
just.
Exactly. And I don't know if it happens to you, but sometimes
Buenas
when you go
tardes.
back, Buenas tardes, Silva.
Sí.
I don't know if it happens to you, but when I go back, for example, in my country, I love my friends, but my friends, like my friends of all time since we were kids. But
Right,
one thing you notice is that they think exactly the same way, like from since we were born, basically,
right, right, right,
they
right.
don't really have. We have this opportunity to travel, so we are way more open-minded and you grow so much more. And sometimes you feel like, oh, it's like we can't have like other conversations anymore because they're not gonna understand,
Because
which
you
is
don't
like,
relate. Yeah, you don't
yeah,
relate
at
because you have
some
to.
point it's like
But you know what you can do? You
sad.
can help them change their mind a little bit.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can help them want to grow and to want more, you know? Because sometimes even for me, I ask that to myself, and when I see my cousins and they're comfortable,
Yeah.
because they just have that. I was just like, but why not to want more? Even if you stay here, find something new that you feel passionate, that you feel motivated, that might help you grow,
Yeah.
because yes, it's great. Honestly, when I go home, I can be on this little shack, and yes, I go home and I'm around my entire family, my nieces, my nephews, my friend, my goddaughter,
A big
and that's
family like
complete.
mine.
Yeah, that's completely my happiness. And you know what? I sit down and I look up and I'm just like, this is happiness, you know. But when some people feel like they can do more just because of what they have, like it's just it's just having that balance, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? When
gotta have the balance. You gotta know.
But tell me how many sisters, brothers, your mom, your dad, what did they used to do?
Long
How have you
story,
been able
but
to, Have you been able to do something special for them, which I know for sure you have, because that's who we are?
Uh, I mean, yeah, I try to help as much as I can. I mean, I'm lucky enough that my parents, they always worked their ass really, really hard to at least give me, my brothers, my siblings, and I, education. You know, I mean,
Which
it's
is so
not the
important.
best. You can't expect it. That you can't
But
expect
it's the
that.
best they can give
But
you, and you
exactly,
take it.
exactly. So I mean, it costed how do you say, they had to sacrifice them and us. They had to send us to the main city, which is Luanda, the capital city in my country, when we were really, really young. I'm the oldest sister of five siblings, and I was, when we were sent, I was 11, so the others were even younger. We have 2 years gap, all of us except for the last one, because he was an accident.
Hello.
He has a gap of like 10 years with my sister. So yeah, it was kind of hard, especially at the beginning, because we didn't grow up with our parents, but we had to be in the main city so we could study. My parents never lived with us since then, but they were like, they
That was a sacrifice they had to
yeah, it was
make
a
to give you guys a
sacrifice. They
better
had to do
life.
that. Yeah, so I was kind of always independent from my parents since I was sent to the main city, and my
That's why you're such a
uh,
strong woman too, but they
uh,
always were there for you.
kind of, yes,
That's
kind
how
of,
you've become Blesnya,
yeah,
and you have been able to succeed
yeah,
because you know the incredible things that your parents hope for you.
did, yes.
So
And they did a lot. They sacrificed them so much for us. So I'm really grateful for everything they gave us, you know. I mean,
that's so great.
we were so lucky to have them as our parents. We are
No, that's
lucky because we still have them.
yeah.
So.
Yeah. Thank God. Thank God you still have each other,
Yeah,
That's so important. That's what, makes you strong and then that base that they give you. And this is why you come here with a focus and you don't forget those sacrifices that
yeah,
they made for you
exactly.
to become who you are now.
Yeah,
That's why you're such a beautiful human being. You have that beautiful energy that, that bright, that shines. And
yeah.
that's why you have become a pro,
Thank
and
you.
and oh my God, this is so fun. Cool, like be a model. Yes, definitely you can be a model. I mean, you're still very young. You're 14. I think you have to allow yourself to,
Yes.
finish school first.
Yeah.
And you should also find
The right.
someone that can actually guide you, the right people, because it can be very confusing. It's good to be blessed. Me, I was lucky enough to find, an answer.
Well, I yes, yeah. Right. Research. I saw it. I saw the
Research is very good.
and before sending my picture, obviously, I was like, I searched for it, and then it's really important to research and know where you are putting yourself before just jumping into the pool
The
completely.
unknown, exactly, the unknown, because everyone's stories is completely different.
Yeah.
And thankfully you were able to find someone that it was trustworthy,
Yeah. I was.
and you had incredible agents that guide you. But guidance is one of the things that's the most important. You have to hold on to you have to hold on to those people that are actually wanting to help you grow and go into an industry that's completely unknown for a 16, 17-year-old,
Yeah. 14. I
uh,
I think 14 is too early. I mean,
it's too young. It's too young. I think it's time to study. If you really love modeling, if you really would love to become a model, just give it a time. Keep watching. There's so many documentaries, magazines, study. Uh, and maybe when you're 17, 16, maybe finish school, learn a new language if you don't know, if you don't speak any language. Languages are I think everyone should speak a second language, and
I,
mostly not just because I didn't speak one, but honestly, that's one of the push, when you get here and you have no idea how to, communicate or go. We are fighters, and I hope everybody else that's watching is as well. I'm like trying to read some of the things that people are
Yeah.
saying, so sometimes my ideas get mixed. So
People are asking, are you going live on a toast? I don't know what a toaster is. Toast, like the thing you eat? Like,
it's like where you put bread. Why is that question? Hello. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in with us.
yes, it's really fun. And maybe if you guys have some questions about us, like we would be really, really happy to answer, right? It's like we're here for this and so fun. So
So what can you tell us what is the job that you're doing
the
in Paris?
no,
Or is that
no,
a secret?
you know I can't. You know why are you trying me? Why are you trying me? You know I can't.
Just to, just to make people go.
That's when you know I'm a professional. I didn't say anything. I didn't
Good,
say
good,
anything.
good, good, good. So, when are you going? Do you know when you're gonna go back to Angola? What are the
No,
things that
I
you
mean
miss the most of being home?
I was planning to go this summer, but with everything going on, I don't think it's gonna be possible. Let's hope
Right.
maybe at Christmas time. Let's see what's gonna happen by then. But I don't know. I'm not really. I don't know. It's everything. It's so confusing. Everything. It's so you don't. We're not sure about anything. So, but first, I was planning to go this summer. So.
So some people are saying, Shade, oh my love, thank you for being here. Of course, I think you still have time. You can learn another language anytime. There is so many ways, and I've traveled with you to so many places for work. And honestly, a second language, I don't think there is a barrier. Today, you can start. You want to learn Italian, you want to learn Spanish. I can even
Yeah,
help you. We
and then
can help you. You want to learn
uh,
Portuguese. Some people, so how can I become a model? I mean, it's like what we were saying, you can research. There is so many agencies out there that you can reach out to. That is, remember, you have to find someone where you can feel trust, and that it's someone that is actually established, because there are so many weird things out there that you never know. But something somewhere, look into somewhere that is safe, agencies that are certified, maybe agencies that we are in. You can send a request that is, you can go into the society or the elite world, or the elite model management. That it's so many.
someone said if you don't succeed in 4 or 5 years and you are in your
Only 20
20s
year.
old now, does that mean that modeling isn't probably for the person? Wait, talking
Yeah,
about
probably
myself.
for.
Oh, okay. That's a really hard question because it's so unpredictable, everything in the
Yeah,
modeling industry. Like, it's literally so unpredictable.
it's very unpredictable, but also it doesn't mean that it's not possible. I have the
Yes.
opportunity of knowing a lot of people that have been able to succeed. And success doesn't mean to be super famous, because
Yeah,
this
that's the
is
problem with people. They
success is making it. It's going into something that you feel passionate about. It's not
yes.
just like, oh, I wanna, there are so many things. For sure, you have maybe dreams of walking for Valentino or being the face of, Chanel, but there is so
You
many
don't have to
other
know,
jobs.
you
There is
don't
so
have to
many
work for
opportunities.
everyone. You don't have,
Exactly.
there's clients for everybody. You don't have to work for everyone. You don't have to do everything. I mean, everybody has dreams, but you can't just depend on them and like make your life such a sad one just because you couldn't achieve one thing. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You should be grateful for every little accomplishment so you don't get sad every time you don't get something. And you must know that for everybody it's different. you know I've seen
We
people
all have a
starting with
different
when
journey.
they're 25. I've seen people
Right.
starting when they're 25, 23,
Yes.
almost 30. So you can't really, I mean, it's so
For a lot of people, I
unpredictable.
was considered to be older, because I started at the age of 19. I was discovered at that age, and I started internationally at 19. And, some people are like, oh, you started older, because back in the days, you
You
could get scouted when you're
yeah,
16, when you're 15. But honestly, it's much safer when you're a little older for your own growth, because your mind, you're on a place where you know what you want. When you're a child, it's very difficult. And yes, I'm still friends with the girls, with Jordan Doom, Cecily Lopez,
Can you?
Chanel Iman.
Yes,
Um,
you can
can you?
study and be a model,
You
but
can
it's
study
gonna be
completely.
a little harder. Like you're gonna have to prioritize sometimes one thing or the other because you will be put in that position at some point. But it doesn't mean it's impossible. A lot of girls do that, you know. Some
Right.
people decide to be fully models, but some people do both. So
Eight,
I
yeah, complete.
could have,
18
but
is a great year because you finish high school.
I
You're
did
done with high school.
school.
I will advise everyone to finish high school, before going into a different journey. Hopefully, finishing high school is possible for everyone that's like watching us, that
Yeah,
is places that we're all in, that education is very hard. But yeah, 17, 18, after you're done with high school, what do you think?
I think it's really important to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Finish. The thing is, when you're 18, you don't think the same when you're 16. 15,
Actually,
16,
I think.
17.
Oh
Your
my God.
growth is completely different. You're
Exactly.
more mature. It's much easier for you to take in.
You know,
Even for me at 19 it was hard. To be
yeah,
away from my
that's what I
family.
think.
I had a I'm not gonna say a dream, because of course I started university. I didn't finish university because I had the opportunity to go into modeling,
Yes.
and I stopped there, and thankfully I've been able to keep my career for about 12 years. But that doesn't mean that I can't go into a place and start studying again.
Yeah.
I've taken the step to go online. You don't necessarily have to go to a university. You like, and a university itself, there is classes, that is, you can start with something small, and if you feel that that's good for you, then you go for it. If you
Yeah.
think that's not what it is for you, then you go and you move into something else,
Yeah.
because that's how life is. As long as you're passionate about what you're
I
doing,
actually
that's
started my international career with almost 19 as well. And I always think for myself, I don't know, maybe because I'm also very sensitive myself and I cry very easily. I have to say I used to cry at the beginning for almost every single thing because everything was so new to me. I didn't have anyone, the language, the culture, everything. So I used to cry a lot. So when I think about girls that start at 15, 16, I'm like, girl,
it's good to be
how are
prepared.
you
Prepare
handling
your
this?
Yeah, you prepare yourself
Yeah,
for
I'm
what's
like,
to come.
but luckily, a lot of them travel around with their parents, which is great, you know. But I mean, I still think it's kind of hard. I mean, I wouldn't let my kid if they were under 18. My parents didn't let me until I was 18, so
Right,
so we did the
right,
same
right,
thing.
right. And if you do start, if you do start at 16 or 17, have a guide, have a person that is going to be there for you. Don't do it alone. Have
Yeah,
someone that is going to guide you, someone that you feel is going to take you into places. Right now, it
a lot of it's just so many questions, and they just like
yeah, I know,
going
I can't
up,
even
going
keep
up. I'm like,
into.
how
So,
do you
do
get to be a
agents still
model?
want the more traditional Mars, very slim, very tall? Let me tell you that this world is moving towards diversity. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're super tall. There is opportunity for all.
Yes,
Genders, color, curves,
everything is changing.
everything is changing into a better.
Yes.
Before used to be a little tougher, but
Inclusivity.
now, yeah,
It's
inclusivity is so important, and
it's so
now
important.
I
I
think the
mean,
business have been able to adopt into that, because that's for a better world.
yeah.
Deep stuff.
I mean, but
Okay.
you have to know that not everything depends on the agents themselves. You know, it's also the
It depends
clients
of
that
you.
decide and things like that. So you can't just say, do agents still just want these kind of models? It's not
It
like
depends
this.
of you too.
Yeah,
It
like
depends of you. Once you show up into a casting, it talks. You are the one who booked the job. The agents sent you into
yeah,
a
yeah,
casting,
that too. That's really
but
important.
you are the one who gets the job, because once you get there, you have to turn on. You have to smile, and this is not me saying you have to smile because they're telling you to. it's you, because if this
Yeah,
is
you
what
have
you're
to be
looking for,
yourself,
you
basically.
have to put, exactly, you have to put, good morning, is be on time, your hair, make sure that your skin looks
You know,
good.
that's one thing.
There is so many things that involve,
That's one thing.
being a model.
That is one thing. At the beginning, I was so shy. Like, it's like I feel like
But it's
the agents
normal.
are used to it, and the not agents, the casting directors, I think they are used to it, that they don't really consider that as much as they used to, because they know, I mean, this girl must have been from like a very different country, reality, probably doesn't speak the language. So I feel like now they don't really consider that much, but still it's really
They're more
important to,
understanding of the
yeah, they're more
process, because it
understanding,
is a
exactly.
process
Yeah,
for all of
it's a
us.
process, like it's
Some of
like
us move faster, some of us slower,
move
but and
slower,
we catch
exactly.
on, but fighting and going through and researching and studying, that's
Yeah,
very important. I wish, I'm thankful for the career that I have, but I wish I had the resources back then that people have now, that you have now. Before was different. There was no social media, there was none of these, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
now, if you want to go into this, there is a lot that you can look into. Just research, just
yeah,
study,
it's
just check
much
on.
easier
The
now.
information is out there,
Yeah, sometimes wrong information, so you have to be careful
True.
as well.
Yeah, of
So,
course, of course, of
but
course.
the information is out there. Just keep searching. You dig in there and you'll find it.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay,
ask a
so
question, Rainer. I am from the Dominican Republic, and Blesnya is from Angola.
Angola, yeah, that's Southwest Africa. A lot of people don't know, so I'm just gonna be clear here. That's Southwest Africa. We speak Portuguese.
I speak Spanish. Hola. Oi.
Oi.
Okay, what else? What else, people? Mm.
Okay. I feel
Tips
like,
for getting scouted. Well, tips. Whoa. So getting scouters is just like someone comes into you, into your life. As I said, like if you look into an agency, you send your pictures. For my luck and more for my blessing, I was found on the street, so I didn't look into it. Blesnya, which she just said her story, which you
I
can tell them how,
pursued myself.
she
I'm
she
a
went for
warrior.
it. She
I
went
did
for
it
it.
myself. No one found me.
And every agency has a team where they have someone that it's on the, it's a team to a scout, to look, they fly into places, they go into countries and they find girls, but mostly they contact those scouts from those countries to be able to cast the girls.
Yeah.
So my story is a little bit like, I didn't look for it. Someone found me, but some people like Blesnia went for it. So I don't think that is the right tip to say
Yeah, I
scouting,
think every story is different though. Like everybody's different. So you might be found in a store. It's all different for everybody.
How does it feel? It was amazing. I'm forever grateful to have the opportunity to meet and work alongside with Anna Winter. That was incredible. That was one of the best experiences. And she was the person who invited me to the Met Ball in 2008. And I was able to meet the president of Lancome. And that's how I was able to move into a contract girl and the ambassador of such an
Lucky
incredible
one.
brand. I call that blessing, honey.
It is blessing. They are both represent. Thank you. Yes, we are both represented by society.
Victor,
And
un beso.
elite. You are with elite as well, right? In Europe.
Yes, yes,
Okay, yeah.
yes. Okay.
Okay. I feel like people are tired of us already.
Guys, thank you so much. I mean, we have 5 minutes. I just want
Yeah.
to say that I'm grateful for each one of you for connecting with me and Blessia. Blessia, thank you for being
Thank
here. Thank
you.
you, models.com. Guys, don't lose
Yes,
hope. There's going to
models.com.
be change. We're going to be safe. Let's all pray for this cure and this vaccine to come through so we can move forward, and we have no control of this, so just be patient with yourself. and sending a lot of love and positive
Oh,
energy
such
your
a
way.
cute message. Thank you guys. I'm gonna be quicker because she said everything. She said all my words.
We love you,
I
George.
know everything is gonna be okay. Please stay positive. I know it's really hard to keep your mind sane during this time, but just keep your minds positive. Try to like do
Go
anything
for a
that makes you
run
feel good. Yes, anything. Talk to your
with your mask.
families. Yes, with your masks.
Wear your mask.
Every time. Okay. We love you guys. Thank you, George. We love you too.
Thank you. Thank you,
Vanessa,
models.
Vanessa. Ciao.
Ciao,
Bye
amor. Thank you
bye.
so much. Stay safe and enjoy Paris.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.